Hello, spooky friends, and welcome to another episode of Storytime with the Scaryish Podcast.
Woo!
I'm Robin Grace, this is Adam Diaz.
Hello.
And we're here to read some homegrown horrors to you folks. Adam, why don't you tell us what a homegrown horror is?
I was waiting for it. A homegrown horror is a story that you wonderful folks have sent to us. It can be something that's either scary, spiritual, horrific, paranormal, supernatural. I don't know, because we've been watching Haunting of Hill House and Haunting of Bly Manor, so who knows? It might be really long. Whatever the case may be, it could be true crime, could be extraterrestrial in nature. You could be an extraterrestrial that just wants to say what's up, and I would appreciate that too. Whatever your story might be, you can send it our way. And Robin, if someone had a story they wanted to send our way, how can they do so?
Let me put this down real quick. I didn't want it to have that sound on the thing.
We're just killing it tonight. Also, we're not recording, so we will definitely have to re-record an intro.
God!
Oh my god! It's like the easiest thing to re-record. We don't have to do it for the show. We can just do it afterwards. Stop pouting. Now just go ahead.
Why don't we just do it now?
No. Why can't you ever just do things when I say let's just do it easier?
I don't even remember what I'm supposed to say.
Oh my god. We're at 140 story times.
What am I supposed to... What did you leave off on?
Bye, everyone. I swear I just want to hit outro and end the stream. That's the kind of day it's been. All right. I guess we'll take it from the top and do it all over again. It's like we never did this before. In fact, here we go. We took an extra 5 minutes to get on the air, and now we're gone. Poof. And now we're back. Do the whole thing. Go for it.
Why are you still... Just stop talking. Hey there, spooky friends, and welcome to another episode of Storytime with the Scaryish Podcast.
Woo!
I'm Robin Grace. This is Adam Diaz.
Hello.
And today we're here to read you folks some homegrown horrors. Adam's going to tell us what those are.
Homegrown horrors are stories that you folks have sent us, and they can be anything that's paranormal, spiritual, spooky, stuff like that. It could be extraterrestrial or true crime in nature. Robin, for folks who would like to send us a story, how can they do so?
You can send it to us through our email, storytime@scaryish.com. You can go to our website. There's a contact us page. You can fill out that form there, and it gets to us that way. And you can reach out to us at any of our social media. So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that fun stuff. Don't know how Twitter works really well, but I've been trying to post more lately.
I've seen that you're tweeting more from that account.
Thanks.
I will say it's our least traveled social media, but we do respond anytime anyone tweets at us or comments or any of that stuff. So however you feel like best or most comfortable sending in a story, please send it our way. That's the typical stuff we usually say. I just want to go ahead and say, you guys got stories, send them in. Seriously, we're running about a month now. We're running at about a month of backlog, so that means we're starting to catch up a little bit. We go through stints where we get a lot and then we get not a lot, so let's go ahead and get some lots again, start sending them. And anyone who's been sitting on one like, oh, I'll send it eventually, send it now. The ones that we're actually getting are from newer listeners, which is wonderful to see. I think we have a couple of them that are in the queue for next week that are from folks who came over from Jessica Braun. So that's pretty cool to see. But this is just one more shout out to send those stories in. We have 4 that we're going to go over tonight, which should be fun. Robin, are you going to go first or am I?
Why don't you go first?
Okay, I will go first.
Are you ready? If you're not ready, then I can go first.
No, I can go first. That's fine. All right, before we do that, though, sorry about the intro. What a shit show, right? We are going to be drinking wine tonight, sent over to us by I Am Beef Trainer and I Am What's for Dinner. And it is Georgetown Vineyards 2016 Ohio Apple Wine. Alcohol content, 10.5% by volume. Let's get fucked up. I mean, yeah, it's not bad, that's for sure. Also, since we're going to go ahead and crack this thing open and get our drinks poured, let's go ahead and give some shout-outs. Could you pour that for me, pretty please? While I do the shout-outs. Shout out to Kate Allman, who followed us 6 days ago. Cam 0804, who subscribed with Prime 6 days ago when we were off the air. Thank you so much. Aaron is a Plant, which is such a great name, for subscribing 4 days ago. Payne 8X for following 3 days ago. Space Mochi for following yesterday. And then since we started the stream, thank you to XMAwesomeX for subscribing for the 6th month with Prime. They said, woohoo! And M Meadows for subscribing for the 23rd month with Prime. Amazing stuff. I Am Beef Trainer and L. Gatesman 1985 have redeemed drinks. Also, I was told by my wonderful co-host I needed to check my phone because L. Gatesman 1985 apparently sent me something. So let me go ahead and open that while I take my 2 drinks that are pending. good.
Oh, it's really good.
It's really good.
Oh, it's so good.
We do always, not always, but almost always play games on Saturday. That's one of the things that L. Gatesman 1985 asked. And that's a good thing to say. For anyone who's watching the stream, we should be live on Saturday playing something. I think we might go with Phasmagoria or Phasmagoraphobia, whatever the name of that new game is where you ghost hunt and you can co-op. I'm going to run some tests and see if we can play together and I can stream the two of us doing it.
Nice.
Because that would be really fun. Cool. And then at the end of the episode, we'll have a special treat for one random listener. It's just going to be a sub, but we'll figure out something along the way for how it can get gifted. I'm going to go pinky up for this second one.
Do you like the wine from my teacup?
It's adorable. It reminds me of the Cup of Stars from the first season
that's why, and it's,
of Hill House, except
it's like a splattered red.
Yeah, a cup of splattered blood. So, kind of creepy. All right. Let me go ahead and bring up my first email, and we're going to jump into this. Ooh, I like this one. It's called Summer Camp Scares, but I'm going to need to give it a proper intro. So, let's go ahead and mark that and do it again. My cheeks were really, really red today. It's like the winter is hitting, and I'm getting more and more pale. And I'm just looking over at myself now and realizing that, yep, I did an okay job on my makeup. Because I look like I have blush on, typically. So.
I didn't put any makeup on, so...
It's because you are just naturally pretty, and everyone hates you.
I did get my eyelashes done this past weekend, so...
Nice.
I got eyelashes again.
I think we can all agree. Nice.
Thanks.
All right, so let me go ahead and do a new intro for this first email of the show. Okay, so let's go ahead and move into the first email of the show. And the subject is Summer Camp Scares, which sounds fun. I've only been to a couple summer camps. L. Gatesman 1985, who's in the channel right now, was with me for one of them.
Really?
We all had a fashion runway where we came out in our PJs. And I'm pretty sure I had Superman PJs. I was in 4th grade.
Okay.
4th or 3rd. And I had Superman PJs on. And then L. Gatesman 1985 came out, and he had Sonic the Hedgehog PJs.
So people let their kids just go to camp in 4th? You're only like 9.
Yeah, but you have like camp counselors. The whole point is to send your Rugrats away so you can pretend you don't have kids for a little while.
But that's so scary. They're only 9.
But you send them to a place with adult supervision.
But they're strangers.
No, not necessarily. A lot of people like go as chaperones, or they're friends of the family, or they're like teenagers who have been to that camp when they were younger. That's the whole idea of like camp counselors and shit like that. So
all right.
It's not like every single person's a stranger there, and if they are, then you just you join up 2 of your 9-year-olds and you're like, get the fuck out of here, you're together, stay safe, bye.
Oh my god.
Anyways, let's get into this. Summer Camp Scares starts out like this. Hey, Robin and Adam.
Oh, hey.
Hello.
I thought you were just going to keep reading.
Nope. I've been listening through the entire run of Scaryish at work lately and figured I'd share one of my own strange experiences. When I was about 16, I used to work at a summer camp in northern Illinois.
It was called Camp Crystal Lake, and
Wow.
everyone got brutally murdered.
If it was called Camp Tecumseh, that'd be pretty cool. At the end of every week, we played a huge game of hide and seek with the campers where the staff would go off and hide, and the campers got points for every one of us they can find in about 2 hours. Damn, imagine the person who's like really good at hiding and you're just out in the woods for 2 hours. One week, I made a bet with one of my coworkers that whoever was found the least number of times, or not at all, would win, and the loser would buy lunch. Being broke, I decided I had to win.
Oh my goodness.
The camp was mostly surrounded by a small pine forest with marshland to the northeastern side. I should also point out that if you followed a closed-off trail in the pines north for about a mile, you'd arrive at a small cemetery that seems to be a couple of 100 years old and has no easy access that we'd found. We avoided that area as much as possible. That's probably smart move there. I decided that I would hide in the marsh area, which was right next to a large cleared area we normally would use for soccer and other games.
It just doesn't sound like a good idea.
I mean, it sounds like you're not going to get found. Sounds like a really good hiding spot, and if you were broke and you wanted lunch, that's exactly what you're going for.
When
here.
I hear marsh, I think that's where people drop all the dead bodies to just sink in and get lost forever.
I guess we're going to find out. The reeds along the edge of the marsh were about 3 feet high, so I brought a camp stool and sat a little ways into the marsh where I could be seen if the kids took the time to look there. The first half hour was uneventful, and the kids walked right past me. I got bored and started reading a novel I'd brought to pass the time. That's super smart. Eventually, the campers had moved on to other areas to search, and I was alone. At about the hour mark, I heard rustling in the reeds.
No.
Shit. At first, I thought maybe an adventurous camper was searching the area, but quickly realized the only accessible entrance to the area was where I'd walked in, and the sound was coming from behind me. More rustling noises started up quickly. It sounded like a pack of dogs circling me in the reeds.
Ooh, that's creepy.
I couldn't see anything. I stood up and the rustling stopped at once. I could see the paths trodden through the reeds in loose circles around where I was standing.
So there was something walking
but
around.
no path where someone or something would have come from. It was completely silent, which was strange, and there was all sorts of small wildlife like frogs and bugs that you'd normally hear all the time. I looked back at the area where the marsh turns into pine groves and noticed an opening in the huge shrubs that grew along the edge. What was normally a solid wall of dense shrubs and other growth now had a hole in it about 3 to 4 feet tall and about 3 feet wide.
What?
Almost like a door opened in the vegetation. I walked over cautiously, unsure of what was going on, and looked into the quote-unquote doorway. It was dark and cold there, far darker and colder than it should have been for 1 p.m. in July, and it was dead silent. No bugs, no frogs, no wind, nothing.
Anytime it's just silent and there's no sound, it's just...
terrifying.
It's terrifying, and there just has to be something going on.
That's why I sleep with a fan on. I don't want to hear what the void has to whisper in my ear. And it's nicer when it's cold.
You just gotta tell it that you're not gonna listen to it like Elsa.
What?
Like in the song.
But she does listen to it. It's the whole plot of the movie. Anyways, I stared into the open copse, C-O-P-S-E, which is a grove pot of trees, or a group of trees. Holy shit, Mom. I can't read your handwriting. Let me just re-record that.
What does that say?
Let me just re-record it, and you'll find out. Stop trying to snatch.
Right.
She's such a snatcher. If you have something in your hand, she has to take it. She has to take it from you and examine it herself. All right. So it goes on to say, I stared into the open copse for a few moments. C-O-P-S-E, which stands for a grove of trees, or stands for, represents, whatever. Spooky Mom Notes sent me that. New word. Nice stuff. For a few moments when I heard that rustling sound coming from behind me, from both sides, as if the pack of dogs were rushing me all at once. I spun around. Silence. 5 paths trodden into the reeds, stopping a few feet short of where I stood. I briefly glanced back at the doorway, then got the hell out of there, forgetting my camp stool in the muck.
Oh, yikes.
I got, quote, found by several campers on my way back to the staff break room, but I didn't care anymore. After that, I was fine paying for lunch. I avoided the marsh area and the field next to it for several days before getting curious again, and went back to take a look. The camp stool was gone, and so was the doorway, as if it had never been there in the first place. I went back to investigate multiple times during that summer, but never experienced anything like that again.
And the stool never showed up again?
Guess not. Small
Man.
addition about the north path towards the cemetery. It was very easy to get lost in that area, and several staffers mentioned that they had, quote, lost time searching that part of the forest when a camper had gone missing. The kid was fine. We found him within 20 minutes, but the guys who went to check the path didn't come back for almost 3 hours, and we couldn't get them on walkie-talkies or their cell phones the whole time. They all thought they'd only been gone half an hour.
Wow.
We further blocked access to that area after that incident. Indie. I-N-D-I-E. That's the name of the person who sent that in. That is fucking awesome, first of all, and absolutely terrifying.
What if it is the camp that you went to?
I don't think it is.
No?
Just like reading the description. I don't remember there being a marsh or like a wide open field or area like that.
All right.
There was like a campfire, and they had shit there. Like, I've been to multiple camps too, so it's kind of hard because they kind of blend together the older you get. But yeah, that's terrifying. Having a gateway open up and having like shadow creatures stalking you and seeing the paths in the reeds where they were like actually circling you but not seeing anything.
Yeah.
Like, that's a hard thing for kids to fake. Because, you know, the first thing I thought was like, it's kids playing a prank. You know, they found them and they decided they're going to mess with them. Kids aren't that good.
But then where would the stool go? Who took the you know what I mean? Like,
that's like my least like curious moment of the story
Really?
is where did the stool go? It's where did the doorway to the other dimension go, and where did the shadow creatures go?
I'm just like, the stool never turned up again. It went somewhere.
Robin's that boss who would totally find that kid and take it out of their paycheck for not bringing back the stool. And if you told Robin the story, she'd be like, so where's the stool? Why didn't you go get the stool? That's Robin right there for you.
I'm still mind blown that people just leave their kids with strangers for weeks.
She's still stuck on that shit.
My mom wouldn't even let me go on like an overnight trip.
As soon as we have kids, like the next day, it's off to camp. And then when it comes back, it's
Boarding
off to
school.
boarding school. Exactly.
No, that's not happening. But no, yeah, it's an interesting thing because to me at least, the idea of camp is you're leaving your kids with people that are kids themselves, practically. They might be college age or something like that.
Counselors aren't necessarily in charge. There's always like someone who's head of the camp, and you usually like would know that person, or at least have like sat down and talked to them before you decide like, yeah, you can take my kids.
But how does that one person with all the camp counselors watch over hundreds of kids?
I mean, you delegate to teenagers who are trying to have sex with each other the entire
Oh
time.
my gosh. And then the serial killer comes and chops all their heads off.
That's like, once in a blue moon.
I think camps, when they're out in the middle of nowhere, there's bound to be something weird, because it is this place that really isn't occupied the rest of the year. It's only occupied during those select months in summer, right? That's why it's called summer camp. They don't call it fall camp or winter camp.
I wonder if they do have fall camps and winter camps. I'm sure they do. It's just different activities that you would go through.
Mayhaps. But I imagine that's it, because it's so empty most of the time. Weird things are bound to happen, and these entities are like, no one's here. Let's just chill.
These people dropped off their kids. Let's take them. Use the devil dogs in the doorway and the bushes. No big deal.
Devil dogs at the doorway.
Right on. This is a super good one to open with. Thank you so much for sending that in. Really setting the bar high for this episode. We appreciate it. All right, let's go over into stream chat, see what you folks had to say when we started, and see how you responded to the mess of the beginning.
The bar high, because we're drinking bar.
Doesn't make any sense.
They're setting the bar high. I don't know.
Your puns have just not been great lately. I love you, but it's just the truth.
Loch Venus Monster.
Pun of the year.
That's not even how you spell Venus.
Oh, really? Oh, really? I didn't know that. All right. So my chat didn't actually boot up when the episode started.
Shame.
But I have some of the chat right here. All right. Scrolling to the tippy top. Doodah. Hey. It says ASB Bunny, first person in the channel. Laura Ann says, good evening. Excited for another stream. I'm What's Moderna says, been a bit, hasn't it? At Kayla Ray reads. Glitchgrim said, no. I'm guessing because they weren't first. Also over there in YouTube is Vivian saying, cello. Lots of folks joining us and chiming in to say hi. Soviet Mig is also here. Tiny Dancer Nation, Laura Ann. And What's for Dinner? Kayla Ray reads, actually Faison, M Awesome, Princess Buttface Kate.
Wow.
Such a good fucking name.
It's a good name.
Lots of folks joining in. The Snarked is also here, which is always wonderful to see. Cool. Lots of folks typing in their hashtags for the battle that occurs before the show. Jay Valor says, at Vivian and Scaryish folks, hi-yo. Hi-yo. What's up? Thank you for joining us.
Ohio.
That's where that name came from. Not really. Dang, there was so many hashtags for teams and stuff like that. We did give you guys like an extra 5 minutes to play. So
Glitch says hashtag Loch Ness Space Monster.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh, that story was absolutely ridiculous this time.
It was great.
Oh my gosh, the sounds though that you added in.
Yeah, I killed it.
Very proud of you.
Thank you.
That was actually really good.
Snore XL, don't know if I'm saying it right, over there on YouTube says, what's up, guys? What up? Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Wilmer says, what time does the stream start first? I catch live in forever. We usually start at 6:30. It didn't happen today. It's like more like 6:35, but yeah, usually 6:30 p.m.
And it
Pacific
wasn't me
time.
this time.
It was not, because, I was trying to get this whole thing set up in time, and time sort of slipped away.
He had to get his face all pretty.
I did. Here's the thing, though. I could not see the stream working on YouTube, but because you folks were chatting on YouTube, I could see it was actually functioning. So I was trying to troubleshoot why I couldn't see it, because if I couldn't see it, maybe someone else couldn't see it. And I was just like, it's just got to be my shit. And then I was like, I got to get ready. I only have like 60 seconds left, so I bumped it out a little bit. No big deal. Scrolling.
I'm What's Moderna says, you two looking very svelte tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is what I wore to work, and I just came home, started working on a lab report that's due, and then now I'm here.
I wore a t-shirt, and then I put this stuff on for the show. Foxbat says, hello, Mig from Twitch, having to watch on YouTube for a bit. Vivian says, what's your backlog like right now? A month. We're running about a month. I think I got to September 10th, right around there, when it comes to the dates on the emails. We have some that need to be reviewed because they don't actually state within them that we could read them. And then a couple of them are like relatively short, and I'm not sure if they're duplicates. So I took the ones that I was sure we could read, and I also took the ones that I was sure were not duplicates. And I sent those over to Spooky Mom. And then next week, I think we have 2 of them that are like really long, but I'm not gonna be 100% sure on that until we like get into next week.
You gonna roll up your other sleeve?
Yeah, I figured I'd scroll a little bit more or let you read or something like that.
It just bothers me.
Can you just read? Can you do something else but bring attention to it?
All right. D.E. Metis says, just get your audio from the stream after you're done. So if you can choose between which intro you want, I guess.
Well, getting the audio from the stream, excuse me, you told me to do that and you invaded the space. Getting the audio from the stream would mean I'd have to mix it all out of one track. Whereas here we have separate tracks and I can control our volume because Robin is very quiet and she needs an amplification of decibels much higher than I do. So that's a little bit more difficult. We'll probably just use the second one. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. I'll keep scrolling here. Vivian says, today, like an hour ago, I decided on a whim that I want to donate 10 inches of my hair to Locks for Love this weekend. That's really
awesome.
Nice. You also seem to have really long hair if you can just spare 10 inches.
I mean, 10 inches, that's like up to here. I could technically just cut off 10 inches. It's not, I mean...
It's a lot of hair.
It's like chopping all your hair off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Unless you have so much hair, it's like, yeah, I'm just going to donate like here.
I wouldn't do boy cut anymore. No, I wouldn't do it again.
You look cute in whatever cut you do.
Aw, thanks. You're a liar.
I'm not, though.
The
Everyone
knows
it.
I'm in my living room, and I just heard 2 booms upstairs like someone's jumping, and all our dogs are down here.
Where's Larry? Is he doing jumping jacks
assume,
upstairs?
No, I assume he's there in the living room, too. But the cat does that all the time.
Yeah, she does. She hardcore parkours and freaks us the fudge out.
She jump really high and is really loud, but then sometimes it's because she's like doing her nails on a rug or something, and it sounds like someone's just walking up there because it's like thump, 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 thump. But I get you. I get the feels. But we also want another cat.
We do. Eve over there, she was just so needy today when I was in meetings and working. She was just laying on my feet and meowing, and then she'd like walk up in between like my feet and look up at me and refuse to jump on my lap, but would just keep crying. And I was like, what do you want from me?
What do you want from me?
What do you want from me?
Thank you so much, Tiny Dancer Nation, for subscribing. First sub.
With their own money.
Thank you.
We sincerely appreciate you.
Actually, Faison says, wine from a teacup, LOL. Yeah.
Eve said, hi guys, smiley face ×4.
I support this one artist on Patreon, and he makes handmade ceramic out of pots. So mugs, cups, like
we have a lot of
planting pots
from
and
this
stuff
person.
like, yeah. And so I really like how he paints his pieces because they're all drippy and cute. And so this is just my newest little mug that I got, a little teacup, I guess, but I like it. It's so cute.
Sorry, I'm responding.
I'm Beef Trainer says, already refilling, Robin. Nice. Yeah, it's really good wine, but I'm sipping it now so that I'm not like wasted before the end of the episode.
I don't know. That thing's pretty low, and I'm pretty sure it's not just from splitting between the two of us. Have you already refilled a little bit?
Yeah, I did. That's why she just said already refilling. Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know.
But that's how much I drink whenever you guys redeem a drink. I don't just like my regular drinks are way smaller than when you folks redeem drinks, obviously. People are looking at the different wine selections that winery has. They have rhubarb. That sounds interesting.
This is a really good way to advertise. I mean, it's not like we have a ton of viewers or listeners or anything like that, but I mean, we have a decent amount every now and then, and you know, it's pretty cool to say like shout out to this business. We shout out shit we use all the time. So
yeah.
If you guys want us to shout out something, let us know about it, and if you can and you're inclined to do it, we do accept gifts. We take bribes. And we appreciate it. Like the wonderful person who sent us stuff, dog treats for our dogs.
Yeah.
That they 100% approved of.
Yeah.
So we posted the business card, and we said our dogs absolutely love this, and we posted pictures of them like sitting there waiting to eat them. So it's the way to do it.
All right. Lee said we never went to camp in Illinois.
I couldn't remember where Camp Tecumseh was. If it was like southern Indiana or it was just like Illinois, because we lived on the border, you know. It's always hard to tell when you just crossed over when you were like fucking 8.
Laura Ann says, purchase some wine. Nice.
Vivian says, lots of stuff happened this week. My beans are getting huge. My mom turned 54 yesterday. I burnt my finger making pancakes, giving me a 2nd-degree burn, in parentheses, a blister. And my fish died.
Oh.
R.I.P. your fish.
Yeah.
She had a dream about her fish dying.
Oh, okay.
And then her fish died.
Oh,
which is creepy.
wow.
She messaged us about it. Says, very hectic. That does seem like a very hectic weekend.
Meg says, my dog is a devil dog. She's freaking terrifying at night because I'll wake up and she'll just be staring at me. That's terrifying.
Just watching over you.
Our dogs do not get up.
They snore.
They snore. They are really deep sleepers.
Just
and
like their daddy.
When I get up in the morning to go to the bathroom, she just looks up at you and then she just lays her head back down and goes back to sleep. She's just, sometimes I'll accidentally kick her paws because she like has her hands in the middle of the floor. I'm like, come on, man.
Suck a Fool says, how late am I? I just got out of work. You only missed one story.
You only missed one story.
No big deal.
Thank you so much, TD Funk, for following us.
Absolutely.
I
am caught up on my YouTube stuff. I know you have a lot more on Twitch's side.
I'm Western Air says, the more ridiculous the story, the better. Keep them coming at him.
Nice.
I have a feeling all month it's just going to be a ridiculous
it is all month.
Story.
I'm going to try and make the next one either really funny or really scary because I like those things. That's my jam. That's why we have the show.
I am awesome says, shaved my head for charity on the 3rd of this month. That is so awesome.
That is awesome.
I'm Western says, I'm beef trainer. See me completely incapacitated from a hangover. So much so I couldn't even turn off my phone to keep it from going off in my ear. Wow.
Robin had trouble processing the words to turn off Amazon Alexa when the alarm was going off. She's like, Alexa.
Was that the night that after we watched Blind Manor?
A bunch of Hill House.
Yeah.
She was just like, no. She just kept making up shit, and I was like, "That's not how you turn Alexa off." She must have given it like 5 or 6 commands, and Alexa just kept ringing and ringing. And I was just laying there like, "I'm never going back to sleep. Like this is hell. I died, and this is hell."
I was just yelling at her. I was like, "Why won't this alarm turn off?" All right, I'm gonna get into my next story if that's cool with you.
Sure, I'll go ahead and mark it. It's marked.
All right, so this next email here is from Noemi, and its subject is Mom's Haunted House.
Interesting.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
We're the guys. Not a long-time listener, but only after a few episodes. I am hooked. We're glad you're hooked.
Hooray. Stay hooked.
So here's my story. I was in high school, and my family had just moved into a new home. The home had been vacant for a few years to the point that there were tumbleweeds everywhere. Wonder why it was empty for so long.
Yeah, tumbleweeds are usually outside. It's just weird that they made it their way inside. So
I don't think they were inside. It's just.
Oh, I thought they said they were in the home. My bad.
Anyway, my grandparents on my mom's side lived with us at that time, and moving actually worked out because the new home had 2 master bedrooms, one to be occupied by my mom and stepdad, and the other by my grandparents.
It's pretty awesome.
2 master bedroom homes are like...
I'd live in a fucking haunted house for a double master.
Yep. They are the greatest invention or design of all time. I think every house should have 2 master bedrooms, but they don't. Anyway... Everything was going fine, but a couple weeks later, my grandmother started asking why my mom would go into her room at night.
Oh, God.
And why my little brother was allowed to run around at night without any supervision. He was 2.
It's terrifying, yeah. You were looking at me expectantly, so...
It got to the point where we were all questioning my grandmother's sanity and doubting what she was saying she saw. A lady coming into her room and a little boy running around. Until my grandfather started telling us that the kids were playing quote-unquote tricks on him in the bathroom. While he was washing his hands, he had his shirt and pants pulled on several occasions from behind him. A couple times, he didn't think anything of it because the door was open, so he thought they'd just run out without him seeing them, and then it started happening when the door was closed.
That's creepy.
We also started questioning my grandfather's sanity. Y'all, believe them.
It's funny to me because it's like the older you get, the more you return to, kid status when it comes to credibility, apparently. It's like, they must be crazy, instead of being like, they're young, they're stupid, they don't know what they saw. It's like, I don't know when the prime age is where you can be believed if you see something, but it must suck to be really young or I guess slightly older.
I was still doubtful while all this was going on until I was woken up on several occasions by severe shaking of my bed on different days.
Again, double master though, man.
Poltergeist shit right there.
Double master.
I also had my shirt pulled while I was sitting on the floor against my grandparents' bed. When I looked under the bed, I expected to see one of my brothers, but there was nothing. Needless to say, I became a believer in what my grandmother and grandfather had been saying. My grandmother and I started praying every night, and eventually the activity stopped. Life went on as usual. We started getting to know our neighbors and became friendly with our oldest neighbor down the street. I must mention that we never told him what we were experiencing in the house.
He was like, so you moved into the murder house, huh? Weird.
He told us why the house we were living in was vacant and the story of the original owners. Ooh, this is just reminding me of the topic that I did today, man. All right. The father had got brain cancer and it made him crazy. Oh, wow. Man. He killed his wife and child and buried them in the backyard. Thank God we only came in contact with the woman and child. Oh, fuck. So it could.
They're buried on the property. I guess that makes sense. I don't know what happened to him, though.
Who knows? That's scary, though. What if you just had this one angry spirit, you know?
What if it starts out with, like, wife and child stuff, but you always hear, like, stomping upstairs, and then as the activity increases, that stomping turns to, like, someone coming downstairs? Yeah, that's some horror movie shit right there. You're welcome.
Please feel free to share this on air. I think that this was the turning point for me to become a true believer in prayer and life after death. I have other stories from other houses I have lived in. I will share soon. Thank you so much for that story. That is
very creepy.
Definitely scary. I don't think I could handle just having these things happen in a house. I'd be like, nah, dog, we're leaving, you know? But I mean, if it took so long for them to sell that house in the first place, you know, it was vacant for so long.
How would you get out?
Right.
Here's the thing, okay? I currently live in a situation where I'm constantly being pawed at and grabbed in ways that usually annoy me.
Yeah, but I'm not a ghost.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm being trained for it because, again, it's a double master, and that's pretty sweet. As an adult, it's a big deal. Just saying. So I'd probably stay and just try and make peace with it. But as soon as the murderer ghost showed up, then I would probably be putting the house on the market. So I'd have some renos going on at that same time. But right on. Thank you so much for sending that in. We look forward to hearing your other stories. Send them in. Send them meow. Meow. All right, so before we move on, we're going to take a quick ad break, which is going to make us tons and tons of fractions of pennies for 60 seconds for the folks over there on Twitch.
What is it? How much is a metric ton? How many pounds is that?
A metric ton? I don't know.
Say it's like 1,200 pounds, right? 1,200 pounds, think of fractions, right? If you did fractions of a penny, a ton of fractions of penny, that's a lot of pennies.
Okay. That was fun math. I actually accidentally closed the thing that lets me run the commercial break.
Oh, so everyone's still looking at us.
Everyone's watching. I mean, I'm pretty sure all the YouTubers watch. Also, YouTubers, now that we are monetized, we can set up memberships. Because I know you folks over there have been like, man, I'd really like to throw my money at Scaryish, but I just can't get over to the Twitch channel to do it. Now you can. You can become members. Actually, I say now. It hasn't been activated yet because there's some other things we can go in there so we can give like bonus content to members. But we need to dig through all the ins and outs of that. It's a very exciting time for us, and I'm very happy about it.
It's a very exciting time for us.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and run the 60-second ad break. Meow. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
You're going to get us ad struck, bruh.
No, I won't. I really, really won't.
Oh, man.
Stop being a double bubble disco queen. When I go on long underways side... I think it's a typo, but my mom thought that it was something that was a nautical term, because I guess one of these emails has some sort of nautical language in it. But yeah, that's the other note that we got. So I see Robin got an ad. That's good to see. Money, 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 money. What's really funny is I watched this streamer.
Razor? Oh, Alienware.
What's really funny is I watched this streamer who has like 5,000 streamers, 5,000 viewers normally, and then he'll get hosted by someone when they go offline. He winds up with like 15, 20,000 people watching him by the time he goes off the air. And every time he goes off the air, he finds someone that only has like 1 or 2 viewers, and he raids their channel. So these people that are like streaming that like just got affiliate, all of a sudden have like 20,000 people watching them. And like you go in there and you say super nice things, and everyone has taken to doing the same thing as soon as we get in there before people start trickling out, because it typically only lasts for like a minute. We're all like, run an ad right now, because they'll make money off of that, you know?
Really?
Oh, yeah, they'll make money because everyone's going to get prompted with an ad.
But
you
what
know?
if they just click off of it?
Can you click off of it right now?
I mean, I could literally just close the app.
I mean, why would you do that, though? Like, we have 20,000 people that are telling them to run an ad so we can make money for them by just watching 60 seconds of ads.
But like, what if the other people that are watching are like, I don't want to watch an ad. Fuck this. I'm out.
I mean, he literally has 1 or 2 people watching, and all the other people are there to tell him to run an ad while we're there.
I see. Okay.
Robin's just like, how can you? Well, no, you just be an asshole about it. Just be an ass. Just don't be nice. Don't help him. It's like, no. We're all there to be nice. That's the whole point. That's why I like the guys' community, because they're always very supportive of each other, which reminds me of the Spooky Friends. Not always. I mean, it's Call of Duty, so people are dickheads. But
Soviet Meg redeemed a high five. Let's high five.
What the fuck?
I just wanted to rub your hand first.
You just wanted to slap my hand really hard. I almost hit my face.
Did it really?
Yeah, it was close.
Dang it. Oh, okay.
We are back, so anyone who was on ad break should have returned by now. I can minimize this. Cool.
I'm What's Dinner says, you need to make an EDM single of all the noises I make. There is a track on Patreon that Adam has made of all the sounds that I've made or something.
From one episode, because she would not stop. So, like, here's some inside baseball for those of you that are watching us live. This will not be on the actual finished episode. As we do these, I think some of you already know this. Like, there's a thing down here. Let's lift it up so you can see it. It's a stream deck, and I have this mapped to Reaper, which is what we use to record. So when I press this button, it marks it so I know when I come back to edit the episode, there's something here I need to take out or clean up. So I know how clean an episode was by how many markers there are, because they're always numbered. And we typically have like 20 to 40. Like a Storytime episode that's really clean will be like 20. If it's like dirty, it's like 40. And if it's a really bad episode where we just kept fucking stuff up that wasn't in the break, because I just take the breaks out, you know? We have like 60 or 70. So we had an episode where we hit triple digits. And I was just like, I'm going to be editing all fucking night. I'm not going to go to sleep. And I was so annoyed that as I was going through and taking out Robin's vocal pauses, which was like, I just started moving them to another track and overlapping them. So when I was done, I was like, yep, this shit's a banger. Slaps. This is a bop. And I put it up on Patreon. Because I was like, yeah, the episode's almost late, but hey, you got this amazing song. So I don't know how long ago that was, but
it's got to be at least 2 years ago.
I could totally do it again anytime. It's just a matter of when. All right. We can read
It's just
going
to be me saying balls over and over and over again.
This is true. I'm going to read some stream chat that came in during that story and during the commercial break. I don't have a lot from YouTube, but I'll read what I got.
I'm Beef Trainer says, I got a recording of the coyotes. Haven't checked yet how clear it is, but they were so close it sounded like they were in my neighbor's farm field. Also sounds like a much larger pack than I would normally hear around here. That is scary. Coyotes are no funny business. They're no joking.
Well, you don't have livestock, because they will ruin livestock.
Soviet Mix says, I got 2 condom ads. This is like the 30th condom ad I've got on here.
Me,
they know what
Robin,
you need.
Wine, condoms.
Oh
Makes
my
sense.
God.
Jay Valor says, at Vivian, with you, and it's only Tuesday. I'm a teacher and had a colleague ask if I was an idiot in front of my students. Humiliated, I said nothing, and they left my room. My students looked at me, and one just walked up to me with a tissue box and said, quote, we'll be good if you need to go cry in the closet. I would have had words with that colleague, man. I'd be like, can I talk to you outside? And those kids would have heard me fucking go in on that person, like, you don't disrespect me like that.
I'm What's Dinner says, I was being tortured with an ad playing a BTS song. I know a lot of people like them, but I just can't get into K-pop. Adam's just all up in that Dynamite right now, and that's the song.
It's a good song.
It's the song that was playing in that ad, and it was, what was it, like a Samsung ad or something?
They're everywhere,
probably
taking it over. Jay Valor said, everyone's worried about North Korea. Worry about South Korea. They're invading, and they won. Jay Valor says, I lost it. My students cried with me, and then we went outside and screamed, today is over. Tomorrow will be better. Yes, it will. It's good. I'm glad that happened. I'm glad you got that out. And, yeah, that guy should be punched in the face. Whoever your colleague was is an asshole, and they deserve to be told so.
I Want Dinner says it was a Samsung ad with that song. That's because they have a contract with BTS.
She has the Samsung
I have
phone.
the Samsung, the BTS edition Samsung
She had
phone.
to get it on the fucking spot. She asked me, like, do you think I can get that? I was like, yeah, I don't see why not. She's like, I'll think about it. And then, like, 2 days later, she's like, so I ordered the thing. I just want to let you know. I'm like, all right, cool.
I fucking pre-ordered it and everything. I love BTS, and it's such a cute phone.
But if I spend too much on lunch, she gets a fucking cell phone alert. She's like, really? $16 at Taco Bell? I'm like, I bought me and my mom Taco Bell. Thank you very much. Then I eat $16 for the Taco Bell and feel all the shame.
Glitch says to check our P.O. box tomorrow. I will check it tomorrow on my way to work.
Snap.
Let's see. I think you can read now.
Vivian says, no one. And then Robin, but I'm not a ghost. I only have 2 things left. Vivian with the question of the week, which is a perfect time to put that out there while I read the next one. Question of the week. If you could jump into any painting and blend in with the painting style and interact with the things in the painting, which painting would you jump into? That's easy. Van Gogh's Starry Night. It's my favorite painting in the world, and I love it.
But the Starry Night is, what would you even interact with? Just the stars?
Everything. The city on the bottom, like the river, the sky. I love that painting.
What painting would I want to?
Or Vigo the Carpathian, and I just
God.
punch him in the fucking face. I have that painting thanks to Glitch.
Honestly, I'm not a big art person, like classical art. I don't know. Things like the Mona Lisa and stuff like that, I'm not like, oh yeah, that's great, you know? But I would probably...
Has anyone ever heard the Mona Lisa song by Lonely Island?
Yeah.
If you haven't, when this show is over, go listen to it because it is hilarious, but it is just offensive enough where it got taken out of that movie, Never Stop, Never Stopping, because it's like, it's really mean. It's called Mona Lisa, and I'm pretty sure all the French people would have wanted to revolt if they heard it. All right. The last thing I have from YouTube is Wilmer says, started watching Haunting of Bly Manor with my brother last night. Last night, next will be Hill House. Cool. I actually like that order.
You will love Hill House
after you watch Bly
comparison
Manor.
to Bly Manor, because Bly Manor is storytelling. Hill House is like ghosts.
As soon as it was over, I said Bly Manor felt like a really dark love story, kind of, you know, like a love story surrounded by horror elements, and I liked it. And Hill House is just like, this is a horror season, you know what I mean? This is a season about the haunting.
There's some horrors in that house.
There are some horrors in that house. Did you say you're going next?
No, you're going next.
Okay, let me mark
Glitch
this.
says he would
guess not.
pick The Hands Resist Him because it's creepy.
Nice.
No, that is an evil cursed painting, and I'm a big old nope on that one.
Big old set of gloopy noops.
I don't even know. Probably some cute painting some of the artists that I follow have done, because who doesn't want to just play with cute bubblegum cats and like...
Wow.
Jay
Valor says, Mona Lisa isn't that great. It's only the size of printer paper. Short people can't see it.
What?
One of the choruses from the song is, Mona Lisa, you're an overrated piece of shit. So I think you'll enjoy that song, Jay Valor.
One of the lyrics, too, is like, you look like uncooked
You look
bread.
like uncooked bread.
That song is absolutely inappropriate.
It's hilarious, though. All right, so I'm going to be reading my next one, so I will go ahead and mark it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and move into my next email. And this one's subject is Frank. No question mark, just Frank. Not sure who Frank is or if they're saying they're going to be Frank, but it starts out like this. Hi, guys.
Hi.
What up? We're the guys. New listener here, and I knew right away I needed to share my creepy story. Feel free to share this story. Also, if you're sending in your own story, toss that up into the subject of the first line because it makes it a lot easier for us to know that we can share it. A few years ago, I was dating my ex-boyfriend. Unlucky ex-boyfriend. His sister, unlucky for him, he doesn't get to date you anymore. I wasn't being insulting. I was like saying, yeah, take that, asshole. Anyways, his sister and mom claimed to have medium powers and be able to talk with the dead. His sister especially. She did this as a profession. Well, at the end of November, we went to Michigan to visit some of my family. On the way home, my ex-boyfriend was driving, and I was in the passenger seat falling asleep. Hang on, I need some wine. I need to wet my whistle a bit. Forgive me.
I should have brought up a bottle of water.
That would have been nice, but that's okay. You got the wine, and I appreciate it. Holy crap. Getting back into it. Falling asleep. I had my eyes half open and was looking out the window when suddenly I see this white, almost translucent figure on all fours run. Oh, God damn it. I heard you snicker, and now all I can think of is I pronounced the L in salmon the other day. She just fucking let me have it. Salmon. Let's just take this sentence from the top. I had my eyes half open and was looking out the window when suddenly I saw this white, almost translucent figure on all fours run off the road and into the trees/bushes like an animal. I got so freaked out and kept quiet for a minute when I sat up and looked over at my ex. At the same time, he goes, "Did you see that too?" He mentioned he saw it running towards the car, but quickly took a turn and ran off the road. Fast forward a few weeks, his sister decided to come to my house and read my mom and sister's tarot cards and sage the house. Mind you, when I first met his sister a couple months prior, she told my ex she could feel a negative spirit attached to me, yet he decided to not tell me until after what happened next.
What?
So, I left that Sunday because I had plans, but his sister came to my house and saged it and whatnot. She gets into my mom's bedroom, and my mom hears her from downstairs and says, "Oh, there you are." She
What?
opened my mom's closet door and said a man on all fours was hissing at her and screaming at her to get out. She apparently stood there laughing at him and told him to get up. She did whatever she had to do to get rid of the spirit and came downstairs. Told my mom his name was Frank and he passed away a long time ago. He apparently had killed 4 to 5 prostitutes in his lifetime and got away with it. She also mentioned that I apparently brought him into the house with negative energy I had one day, and that I was his favorite person to attach to in the house.
What?
He had a preference for brunettes, and at the time, I wasn't a blonde as I am now. She also mentioned that he must have followed us to Michigan, and that was who we saw on the road that night. The story seemed wild, but I know for a fact what I saw on the road that night was real. Then a smiling face with tears in its eyes. I try to keep a more positive energy now to avoid any more Franks attaching to me.
That is so creepy. Like, imagine you're just walking down the street and because you're, I don't know, annoyed or mad at something, or you're just like grumpy gills. And
A sex worker murderer is like, I'm going to attach to this person for the rest of their life.
That's awful.
I didn't realize that you were like that available to be attached to by ghosts, especially horrible ones like that.
So, growing up, my mom used to say, like, when we were walking at night, when we're taking walks at night, where we used to live, because we used to live in like the middle of nowhere. So as a family, we would walk around, when the sun was going down. And my mom would tell us to like tuck our thumbs in our hands, because if we left them out, the spirits would like enter us. So it's just, some people believe in different things. And maybe it is that easy for spirits to just get attached. Maybe that you're doing something you don't realize you're doing. Like, we're walking around and my hands are just going to be my hands, right? But my mom's like, no, dog, tuck your thumbs in.
Tuck those thumbs in.
You don't want to break your thumb. No.
Demons.
But yeah, no. So maybe it is just that easy.
I think, 2 things came to me when I was reading this. One is that it's probably a pretty good thing to just in general think, without the consequences of ghosts attaching to you, to try and maintain a positive mindset. It's really hard sometimes when you have bad days, and it's good though. It's good for your mental health, and it's good for your attitude and your outlook. It's like, you don't want to ruin a day because there was one bad thing, and if you can turn yourself around, that shows that you have like a lot of control and power over your life, and that's a good thing. And 2, it's kind of offensive if my girlfriend's sister met me and was like, you have a lot of negative energy around you, that's why this weirdo ghost is haunting you, it's your fault.
I'd be like, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, this is the first thing I thought. I was like, this must be why this dude's an ex, because like you met someone's sister, you left, and it's like, it's a negative spirit attached to that bitch because she's so negative. It's just, I don't know, it seemed a little bit insulting, but I think you actually took it pretty well, and you said you try and have positive energy now to avoid any more Franks attaching you, which is a great way to end it. But most importantly, this person's an ex, so it's like, maybe you got, that positive energy vibe from it, and then you moved on because it's like, also, you should have fucking told me, bro, bye.
Or like, I'm done with the negative energy. You can go now.
I know, and this is going to sound bad, I know that we are a paranormal podcast / true crime podcast, and you folks send us stories like that, but it's okay every now and then to spill a little tea. I want some fucking gossip. Like, this is an ex, I don't know why, and now I'm curious. I'm not going to email you back and be like, so what happened? But I am curious. So for future...
There's so many stories that we get that are just like, my ex, and it's just... It's funny. I don't know.
So thank you so much one more time for sending that in. We enjoyed it.
All right.
Let's check that stream chat.
Hello, 911 girl.
What up?
She says, hi, popping in while on my work break. Hopefully work is I and not cray-cray, because work can get cray-cray. Let's see. Gonna scroll back and read other things. I'm Beef Trainer, also chose Starry Night. Meg says, my girlfriend finally quit her job after 3 months of creepy boss asking her to clean his car. This dude literally has a white van.
Wow.
Gross. What a freaking creeper. Glad she quit, because that is creepy.
It's nothing like getting creeped on by your boss. Eve said, I've seen the Mona Lisa a few times. I don't get it. Interesting. Wilmer says, oh yay, takeovers at the end of my neighborhood. Haha.
Takeovers?
Don't know what that means.
Let's see. Silly Snuggle Kid, thanks for joining us. Glitch says, I like the Threw It on the Ground song.
Threw It on the Ground's really good.
Where he's just like, my dad's not a cell phone.
Duh.
We know
a lot of Lonely Island songs.
Yeah, we know a lot of the Lonely Island songs, and we
Captain
know
Jack Sparrow is good. I think their best song.
Just the fact that we know so many of the fucking lyrics. I don't know. We listen to them like way too much for a comedy music band.
Good shit, man. Like they make songs with famous musicians, which is why the songs are good. But what's your favorite song if you had to pick a song where if you changed the lyrics to, but you kept the music? Because mine is YOLO. I think YOLO is like a perfect song. It's so fucking funny, and the music is fantastic.
Yeah.
And it makes fun of the fact that YOLO is like could be interpreted completely differently. So that's a really good song too.
I don't know. Captain Jack Sparrow is really good because like that beat from when they like now we're back in the club, like that's it's just so I don't know. Anyway,
it's an epic ballad and a fucking club song just smashed together, and it's glorious.
I'm What's Dinner says, I'm partial to some of my dad's paintings. We may not get along, but he's a hell of an oil painter. That's really freaking cool.
That is cool.
Let's see. I'm Beef Trainer says, is Adam getting drunk there? Probably not. It takes him so much just to get buzzed. Like, I
would like to point out that was the case when I was skinny too. Like I'm big now, so it's like, oh yeah, I'm like 6'1", I'm like 300 pounds. You know, it's gonna take a person that size to get, a lot to get drunk. I have to drink like a barrel of fucking beer to get drunk. Not really. I'm not Andre the Giant. But when you met me, it was still hard for me to get drunk. You used to always tell me like, it doesn't even seem like you're drunk.
I don't remember us drinking very much when we first started dating.
I do. I remember our first fight was over Monopoly because it was drunk.
Oh, but it's because I was drinking.
Yeah, she was a handful. She won after like cheating, and I was just like, all right, cool. And she's like, fine, like, just be angry about it. I'll walk home at 4 a.m. in heels.
It's funny because at that point, too, no one had known we were dating. And we were with a bunch of our coworkers. And I was just like, oh, my God, here's one of my earrings.
Yeah, here's one of my earrings in the couch for some reason. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it must have fallen out of your ear. And, like, everyone's like, oh, that's weird. It was a different set than the ones that were in her fucking ears. No one noticed, and we got away with it. So,
or they noticed and they're just too nice.
Yeah, that's probably actually the case. She was doing this thing where every time I did well in Monopoly, she would point at me and scream, "Fuck this guy!" Just over and over.
I mean, I still do that.
She does. She hates any success I have in life. I swear to God.
Mig says the lady in the last story sounded like a badass for laughing at a ghost.
Yeah.
And What's Her Name says, I need to send in a true crime story about an attempted mugging on my grandmother. I would love to read that. That sounds absolutely interesting. Terrifying. Because I'm Beef Trainer says that she's such a badass in that story. So I really want to hear it.
Send it. Wilmer said to clarify, takeovers are burnouts. Dozens of cars take over an intersection and they burn out until the cops arrive. Most of the time, someone has a police radar to escape before they get there. Interesting. Jay Valor says, do you listen to MC Chris or Hollywood Undead? No, I don't really listen to a lot of the other like comedy stuff, to be honest with you. So, do you?
For what? Wait, what was
your question? Do we listen to MC Chris or Hollywood Undead?
I've heard of Hollywood Undead, but I feel like that's from when I was like just starting college 10 years ago or something like that. But no, yeah, right. No, not really. I've heard of the whatchamacallit and Oates. Not
Hall and Oates?
Is that what they're called?
No.
The two girls?
I don't know.
Man, it's the girl from Big Bang Theory.
Tegan and
not Tegan and Sarah. They're
Sarah?
a normal band. Those are sisters, I think. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So we don't listen to a lot of comedy. I think Lonely Island's like the only one.
Glitch Grim said MC Chris is dead. He's my favorite.
No, that's
sad.
sad. Garfunkel and Oates. That's
you.
it. Yes. I can never remember that first word.
Because Simon and Garfunkel, Hall and Oates, they took the second place person from each one. Gotcha.
Anyway.
What accent was that?
Glitch says, Adam, you spill the tea. I'm proud. Okay, I'm going to start reading my next one.
The last one. Give us that juicy last story intro.
All right, so I'm going to get into the final story of said episode, and hopefully you folks have been enjoying it so far.
Let's hope.
This one begins. Hi. Hello. That's
hello.
Hello. Hi. I mean, not that we're high.
Hello there. Me and another coworker decided that anytime we have tickets that we have to respond to, and the ticket doesn't have a name on it, instead of saying like, hello, Robin, we'll just say, hello there. And he had someone reply General Kenobi to him, and it was fucking awesome. We were all like so excited because we're huge nerds. So anyway, sorry.
Oh my gosh. My name is Trey. Hello, Trey.
Hello.
I've been listening to y'all for a while now. My girlfriend showed me a few episodes of y'all on Spotify like a year ago, and yeah, just love it.
Shout out to you, and shout out to your girlfriend, and shout out to Spotify.
Wow. Nice shout outs.
Thank you.
Anyways, I'll start off with a story from my best friend, Jay. Now, Jay is 21 and isn't the type of person to get scared easily. He's a 6'3", big, burly transmission mechanic. Can he work on my car? Because I need someone to fix my transmission.
That's so funny. Where is this person located?
But every time he tells this tale, he gets goosebumps or chicken skin all over his body. I like that you added the different ones because we have heard that in so many different ways, like just different ways to describe your skin getting raised and the hairs getting raised on your body. So he was 12 at the time and was over at his cousin David's. David was 15 at the time. On a side note, there was a house across the street that was condemned and gave off a really creepy vibe. Like you step on the property and get goosebumps kind of vibe. But anyway, his mom, dad, aunt, and uncle had gone out to a friend's across town. Shortly after they left, it started to rain. And I mean pour, like we're from Florida, so it's pouring. I've heard that Florida weather is very strange because out of nowhere, it will just start crazy pouring.
Right. I have heard that as well. Also, I know we don't do these much anymore, but Hoppy J over there in Twitch says, it's my boyfriend's email.
You made me lose my place.
How did I make you lose your place?
Hold on. I made a weird sound, though. A few hours passed. Him and his cousin are watching TV. The house phone randomly rings, and Jay gets up to answer it. Some guy says, you two are being watched for learning purposes, and then hangs up.
For learning purposes?
This sounds horrific, all right? The call is coming from inside the house.
Right.
Some guy says, I've already read that. At this point, him and his cousin are like, okay, that was weird, but whatever. So 10 or 15 minutes go by, and they're still watching TV when they both look at one of the windows, and outside the window is a dark figure just standing there.
I was going to say just jerking it.
Ew!
It's better that it's just standing there, let's be honest.
Oh my gosh. These kids are like kids.
One of them was 15, yeah.
They're both, one's 12, one's 15. They're both kids, okay? That's gross. Now they're like, yo, dog, what the fuck is that? I don't know, but we better nope the fuck out. JK, JK. But they're now freaking out like, who the fuck is that? Then the figure disappears in moments. Now they're like, okay, make sure the house is locked and just stay in the living room. They're back on the couch together when they both freeze and look at each other at the same exact time. Now this is a creepy as fuck moment warning. So they look at each other in terror at the same time because they both hear the same exact thing. Quietly at first, but getting louder and louder. So they heard a little girl singing Ring Around the Rosie, Pocket Full of Posies, and it sounded like it was coming from the attic.
That's terrifying.
No. Anytime you hear creepy music coming from like little girls, little children just singing, Big ol' nope, especially when they're not supposed to be there.
My first instinct is to burn the house down. Realistically, someone could have just enlisted their little sister to go into your attic and play a prank on you, and this would result in a homicide. So probably not the best idea. Also, it would be arson, but are we really worried about burning a house down if it's haunted? I don't think so.
Picture the creepiest little girl you can think of, and that's what they're hearing, as well as a loud scratching coming from the attic. She's trying to get out, bruh. She's trying to get out of there. Oh my God. They freak out, run to the kitchen, grab knives. Good move. And sit back to back on the island in the kitchen, and they're still hearing this. And they both started crying and freaking out. Back to back, knives out, Jay pulls his phone out and calls his dad, freaking out and crying. His dad could barely understand him and freaks out. Runs to his truck and hauls ass back to the house. So up until his dad gets there, the singing and scratching continues. I think he was gone. He was there in like 3 minutes or something like that. And by the time he got there, the rain was gone. He forgot the key and literally breaks down the front door to get in and finds Jay and his cousin still on the island crying, knives out, but he doesn't hear anything. They all left, and I don't think Jay went there much anymore after that and definitely wasn't left there anymore. That man still gets goosebumps and that scared look when he tells that story. I would too if I experienced that. Hell, it gives me goosebumps. Definitely gives me goosebumps too. It's just like, if I were a kid, right, and I'm just alone, and there's just two of us, we're both like, what the hell is that? Well, I mean, there's nothing you can do, right? Because you have no idea what to do when you're hearing this creepy sound. There's scratching, there's singing.
And it's not just that. It's that someone called the house, was standing outside and said you're being watched for observation purposes. It's like, that's so fucking creepy. I probably would have called the cops. Like, immediately just 911, like, hey, there's some creepy dude outside my house. He called my house instead of being watched for observation purposes. Please show up and help, you know? And then when they got there, it's like, there is a creepy little girl in my attic. Please go check.
Okay. This is going to be the second episode in a row where we've talked about Bly Manor, but it's like that one police officer in that show who she's told, like, I saw this guy, you need to go and check and see what's going on. Is there anything you can do? And the police officer's just like, we did a sweep. That's it.
In Bly Manor? When does that happen?
She sees the Paul or Peter, whatever his name is, outside the window. Yeah. And so she calls the cops.
She sees the Invisible Man.
Yeah. He's in that too. Okay. Anyways, keep up the great work. Love this podcast and the community. We love the community too.
Thank you.
I download like 60 episodes at a time. Nice. And when I go on long underways side, not in the Navy.
That's what this note's about.
Okay. What is that? If you know what that is, let us know, because we're very curious.
Yeah, I've never heard that phrase before. It might be a typo. But Spooky Mom thought it might actually be a nautical term, so she left it in.
But yeah, y'all help me get to sleep when we're out to sea. It has to be a nautical term or something. Oh yeah, yes, you can share this on the podcast if you want. Sorry, we already did. And sorry if my grammar or storytelling sucks. It did not suck. It was really good. If y'all want, I have a few more stories. One of them is very long, but if y'all want, I'm down to share. Please share it with us. We always want your stories. And also, I know this has probably been asked before, but for a topic episode, werewolves. I know they're more supernatural than cryptid. Also, the amount of movies that are must-sees that Adam has said that Robin hasn't seen is unacceptable.
I agree.
Like Independence Day. Come on.
Welcome to Earth.
Oh my God, we still haven't seen that movie. Okay. One day, I will watch Independence Day. That day is not today.
Wow.
Anyway, have a good night or day or whatever time it is that you read this. Thank you so much, Trey, for sending that to us.
And Hoppy J, who is watching live right now, let him know right now we want the rest of his stories and to send them in to us.
They're in the chat too.
Really?
Yes.
Did not know that. That's awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sending it in. That is an excellent story to end on. And it's sincerely haunting. When you're in that age bracket where you're like a teenager and something happens, I think parents are more inclined to believe you because they don't think you're making shit up. And if you are, I don't think you would be like huddled holding knives crying. You know what I mean? So that is something that is definitely a game changer where I don't know how like I would react. But if I forgot my keys, I'd probably just kick the door into and be like, is everyone okay? So I can only imagine the fallout that came from that. But I'm interested to hear what else do you have to send us. So good stuff. Thank you so much one more time. All right, let's go over to Stream Chat. And for anyone who is here for their first time, which I don't think we have any first timers right now, If you're in YouTube, now is a good time to switch over to twitch.tv/Scaryish Podcast. We're going to play a game, and there's going to be 2 winners. And what's going to happen during that is there's going to be these marbles on the screen that are going to race to the bottom of a track. And if you type in a command, when we say so, you can get your name on one of those marbles. And if it wins, you get a free piece of merchandise. It's usually a sticker that was made by Robin Grace that is Scaryish related. So I will go ahead and read the YouTube chat. Vivian said, gotta go, bye. Bye, Vivian. Apparently, MC Chris isn't actually dead. It's the name of an album.
Yes.
MC Chris is dead. You should have said that. Jeez. All you said was MC Chris is dead, and I was just like, oh, that sucks. So what else is there? Like lots of folks saying he's not dead. Hoodie Ninja, Adam would love that song. Good to know. MC Chris Fets Vet. What else? Scrolling. Someone said a reference to, here it is. Glitch says MC Chris is MC P Pants from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Who's
so I
MC
am
P
familiar
Pants?
with his work. MC P Pants is a rapper that shows up, or it's like an album that's like making people go crazy. And it's like, it's just a super weird episode. It's a super weird show. But it's like that beat that I sing all the time, like, I want candy, bubblegum, and taffy. I go to the sweet shop with my Aunt Sandy. That's from MCP Pants from that particular episode.
Oh, okay.
And Carl is like going crazy because he loves that song so much. And he's like cleaning his car until he gets all the paint off of it.
I thought that was a song you made about Lee.
No, that's a different song.
Oh.
And then Carl's like, that beat is badass. The only way to get it out of my brain is with a bullet. So you understand the concept of the episode, I think, pretty well. It winds up being like an alien spider that turned into a rapper. So
All right.
it's a weird show. But
Cool.
yeah, okay, so I am familiar with some of MC Chris's work. Gil6 says, hey y'all, what up Gil6? We're at the end of the show, but we're about to start marbles. I'm going to turn it over to Robin and get marbles set up.
All right. Meg says, all right, guys, gonna head out. See ya. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and hopefully you join us next week or this weekend as well. Hopi J says, oh, my boyfriend's email. That is awesome. We love seeing people bringing more people into the community. It's really great and it's really fun, and you guys are absolutely awesome. Captain Fake Eye, thank you for joining us. You made it for the last story, so that's good.
Also, whoever wins this one will also receive a gifted sub. So we'll go down the list of the first race, and anyone who has not yet subscribed will receive a gifted sub, compliments of L. Gatesman 1985 and his Sonic the Hedgehog pajamas.
I'm a Sinner says, little children singing is horrifying. I was once scared away from a party when a Kids Bop CD started playing. Yo, oh my gosh. I remember when Kids Bop was the shit. Like,
I don't even know what that is.
you don't know what Kids Bop is? Oh my god, they're horrible CDs. They're CDs of popular hit songs at the time, and it's kids singing with the song.
That sounds awful.
It is fucking awful. Oh my god, I heard my voice again. Make it stop. I went into my sister's car the other day and she had us playing, and I was like, please turn it off.
Yeah, that always happens to me when I get into a car with someone. I'm like, I have to listen to this to edit it. Please just turn it off, because if I notice anything I didn't get, I'll lose my mind. And then on top of that, I have to hear my voice.
Or when I say something stupid, I'm like, oh, I can't believe I said that. I'm so dumb. All right, let's see. I've said like 4 times.
Exclamation point vote, then a space, and the number that corresponds to the track you would like to race.
TD Funk Trey says every time he tells the story, he gets straight goosebumps. Dude, I would too. That's so scary. I've said it a million times. I feel
You
bad.
use it as your verbal pause. I have to mark the show a lot because of it. All right.
Hopi J says the cop in Bly Manor was such an ass. Totally such an ass. Aw, Hopi J says he is in the Navy. We're listening together via video chat. That is so stinking cute. You guys are so cute. I'm Beef Trainer says, Robin, I will let you know that I have not seen Independence Day either. Thank you. I'd be willing, though, if you guys stream watching it and I have time to put in a request from work to watch along too.
Nice.
I don't even know. If it's on Amazon Prime, we could watch it one of these days.
There's like rabbit streams we could try and figure out.
Oh yeah, we could do it on Rabbit too. I forgot about that. I'm trying not to say so this is my random pause. I'm trying to scroll.
If y'all excuse me, I just need to check one thing really fast in fantasy football world.
Why?
John lost.
Is there... Oh.
That means I'm now 4-1, and the closest person to me is 3-2 or 2-3. It's my fucking division now, bitches. What's up?
No.
And Robin's 5-0. We all fucking get it.
No one's close to me.
I will say, though, this week was L. Gatesman 1985's week, because his team won by like 80 fucking points. He decimated the competition.
Well, my quarterback is like perma-injured.
Dak Prescott shattered his ankle on live television. It's one of the most gruesome injuries I've literally ever seen. Although the same day, a few hours earlier, Alex Smith, who shattered his leg and required 19 surgeries to not have his leg amputated, that's how severe of an injury it was, came back onto the field for the first time in 2 years. So the person who just had the most gruesome injury in recent memory walked onto a field and played again. Everyone was thrilled. And then like an hour later, Dak Prescott shattered his ankle. And another injury that is potentially career-ending and absolutely horrific. So it seems like the bad luck just floats around and always got to land on someone, and it really sucks that it was Dak Prescott. He's actually a really wonderful human being. I don't know what you know about him, but he's done a ton of stuff for mental health. And he's spoken out against it, or spoken out like for normalizing it in a way that professional athletes typically do not do. So, and I'm not a Cowboys fan.
Why are you sticking it by me?
Cowboys. So, just throw it away. Why do you have to move it back towards me? I put it there because it was for your email. Poopy pants over here. Gee, someone pooped in her pants. Rusty Remnant is currently the track that has the most votes. Looks like Multi-Lane Madness has 3. Rusty Remnant has 5. I'll let it scroll past one more time, and then we'll get going on Rusty Remnant.
E30G says we all hate the Cowboys. Oh, God.
Here's the thing.
I'm from Dallas.
There's 32 teams in the NFL, okay? When you name yourself America's team, you're basically telling everyone, like, everyone roots for us. So that way, if you rooted for a different team, you're like, no, I don't. But now I do hate you. You know what I mean? It's like you brought it on yourself. Sorry.
What?
I got a bunch of wine in my mustache. It just tastes so delicious.
Let's see. So many people want to see the doggo. It's hard to get her in here when she's not crying outside the door because she's down all the way downstairs. Beep beep boop boop ba. Silver Bid Sit says, how do I join the game? Once Adam starts it, he'll let you know and figure it out that way.
Absolutely. We're about to get started. It looks like Rusty Remnant is going to be our track. So let's just load it up. Get it going. Ooh, those are pretty balls.
Yeah, go on.
All right. Exclamation point play is the way, and Silver Bidsit 123 was the first marble to join. So go ahead and type in exclamation point play if you would like to be represented in this race by a marble.
Tiny Dancer Nation said, Laura Ann redeemed a drink. I will redeem a drink. I mean, like, I will actually drink that redeem. Shit.
It's spooky.
Oh, it looks like Malum just subscribed for the 11th month. No way. Taking that money out of Jeff Bezos' pocket and putting it into mine. Sippy sip.
Hold me close. I just love that GIF is still of her saying spooky.
It's spooky.
I'm sure that event and meme is out of everyone's mind already and no one knows who she is.
Yeah, we should probably switch it to something more current.
We could make our own with the green screen.
We could.
But I don't even know what I would do.
That's what it usually comes down to. All right, we have 20 marbles right now in the race. In case anyone is still about to join in, maybe you ran to grab a snack or you're taking a little bathroom break, I'll give you 40 seconds from right now before this race will begin, and then we will be racing. Again, first place will take a sticker, as per usual. And the first place, the highest place by someone who currently is not a sub, will be gifted a sub from L. Gatesman 1985. I believe Robin is going to go check for a dog. 20 seconds left, y'all. 20 seconds left. Glitch says that Malum guy's been playing Baldur's Gate 3 and he's doing well-ish. Yeah, here's the thing. I already hit the level cap and I already bumped up against the end of early access. I could do all the side quests, but I didn't want to waste the experience just in case they didn't do a reset. I just found out they're going to hard reset all the characters, so I might as well burn through all the content. And away we go. I hear the heavy breathing of a corgi / German Shepherd in the room. I would sit down first before you try to pick her up.
I know. Hi,
I hear things being hit by her tail.
Come here.
Alright, looks like I'm going down the middle track. Captain Fake Eye and ASP Bunny lead the way on the right track, and L. Gatesman 1985 is going left. So let's just sort of trail the left side of this.
Who's a cute doggo? You're so cute doggo.
She's early. We're on the small screen right now.
Ooh, she licked my face.
All right, looks like Captain Fake Eye is in the lead as the tracks converge. I ran into one of those Jackie Chan exercise things from Rumble in the Bronx, which is super cool. So let's just follow Captain Fake Eye going forward, who was late, but that's okay. We won't hold that against her. And people seem to be stuck. These elevators kind of suck. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. They're not as bad as the funnels at the beginning, but they're not great. Captain Fake Eye, though, did extend their lead, and we still have a lot of track left to go. So we got some loop-de-loops. E30G fall off the track at some point and has been eliminated. And you can see everyone getting launched through these loop-de-loops. Captain Fake Eye maintains a healthy lead going into the Lotto Ball. Don't know if that's what it's really called. That's what I call it. So let's go over there and watch, shall we? It's a lot of paddles for knocking people around. You got to hit the middle just right. Captain Fake Eye didn't hit the middle right away, but it looks like they're going to get in there. But this does give opportunity to anyone who perfectly shoots it. Princess Buttface Kate goes right through and takes first place right now. I'm What's for Dinner and Emma Meadows are right behind. Let's see if Princess Buttface Kate can hold on to the lead till the end. That's such a good name. They got hit by the fan blade, but it kind of carried them around. I'm What's for Dinner got blocked. Meadows got blocked. And they're extending their lead. All they have to do is avoid these rods. I'm not sure. Yeah, the rods aren't going to launch you. They're just going to be obstructions. There's still a lot of track to go. Holy shit. Lots of folks are catching up. It looks like Glitch is in the rear, just making sure everyone's safe. And Meadows is trying to catch up right now. As far as obstacles go, it's just these slow rods. It's nothing too dangerous. I don't know if there's going to be any pulsating rods that could launch you. But I do imagine that by the time we get to the end, there's going to be something that could potentially eliminate some of these marbles on stream. I think it's about neck and neck at this point, thanks to the obstacles, but we have two different paths that have split off now. Meadows got a speed boost. Princess Buttface Kate is moving a little bit slower, but she has speed boost coming up. So we will see how this all plays out. All right, TD Funk is right there too. Tiny Dancer Nation is hanging out with Princess Buttface Kate. And Meadows and TD Funk are making their jump. And it looks like Meadows is officially in the lead. This is a pretty good track as far as like exchanging leads goes. Now we got some golf tees that we're going to try and navigate through. TD Funk seems to have gotten to first place because of that. A little bit of a bumpy road here. And I think that's just going to be about it. TD Funk, I believe, congratulations are in order. You have won the first race. You will take home a sticker. All you have to do is type in !merch and click that link. Go to Robin's Kawaii Corner and find a Scaryish sticker. Let us know by emailing storytime@scaryish.com which one you've chosen and a good mailing address we can send to you. And also, if I'm not mistaken, TD Funk is not a sub, so L. Gatesman 1985. That is who you will be gifting your sub to. Congratulations on the double win, TD Funk. Second place is Princess Buttface Kate, which is one of my favorite things to say. Third is Tiny Dancer Nation. Fourth is David. 5 is Meadows. 6 is I Am Beef Trainer. I am 7th. KD Allman, or K Dollman, or Kidallman, is 8th. L. Gatesman 1985 is 9th. And I'm What's for Dinner is 10th. Let's look up and see. It looks like Glitch is actually going to outrun the Blue Wave of Death, which is way far back there because this track is super freaking long. So here he comes to finish out the top 19. And TD Funk goes up to 8 points on the season. David is up to 11. L. Gatesman is up to 9. Let's scroll. Get that out of the way. Thank you. Fuck, it came back. Glitch is up to 8 points. And Kayla Ray Reeds is also up to 8 points. So pretty good stuff. We're all kind of neck and neck. TD Funk typed an explanation with merch so they could see what's going on. And let's go ahead and get the voting started for the second race of the evening.
Thank you so much for gifting a sub, Lee.
We appreciate that. All right, so exclamation point vote, then the number that corresponds to the track you would like to race. If Robin can get this dog into her lap, I will switch the camera over.
Yui, come here.
So that you guys can see it.
Oh, God, don't pull my mic down, though. Look at this dog.
Just your roll on her belly.
Who's a cutie? You're a cutie. You're a cutie.
She's just asking for tummy rubs right now, so she's kind of hard to pick up. Boo doo 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 doo, boo boo boo. You're such a good doggo, Yui.
Wait, your hand's on my necklace. Who's a good dog? Oh, she's like,
She's scared.
I'm short. I have little legs.
Can I have keys? Aw, thank you. Aw. We love our doggo. She's such a good dog. We adopted her. She was technically a rescue because the people who had her first were not taking care of her properly and were abusing
She's
her.
like, nah, I'm good.
She's a little bit camera shy. Actually, I shouldn't say that. She is absolutely camera shy. If you ever pull out a phone and try and take a picture of her, she disappears. She immediately runs away. She always knows when a camera is about to take a picture of her. So, all right, we're back to the voting. Continue. Looks like Taking Flight 2 is currently in the lead.
Who's a happy dog?
Or is currently tied for the
happy
lead.
Dog.
However, I want to say TD Bank because I watched so much fucking Letterkenny.
TD Bank?
TD Funk has voted for Taking Flight 2. So that second space that says Taking Flight 2 is the tiebreaker, which goes off of the previous champion's vote. So we'll let this scroll one more time, and yeah, we'll go with that one.
Such a cute dog. Who's a little long
Unless.
Let me placate our puppo.
All right. We're back into monitor
You wanna go lay
mode.
down?
Let's get everything set back up.
Or you can just stand there too. That's cool.
She's so cute.
You're so thick.
She's a 42-pound corgi, and she is all muscle.
It's because she's a German Shepherd too.
That's exactly why. All right, Taking Flight 2 is now the leader and is the tiebreaker, so we're going to go with it. It typically takes 2 minutes and 28 seconds to complete this race. It takes Spooky Friends. We don't know because we've never done it. Record time, 1 minute and 27 seconds. Someone break that so everyone can see your name across all of Marbles on Stream. To get in the race, type in !play right now.
You're so cute.
Why are you such a cute dog all the time? I just looked down at my legs and I forgot that I'm still
Adam,
wearing...
what was that UFO government group called? The funny one. Oh, that's not the group. That's the Freedom of Information Act, so you can request records.
Oh, he just wants you to
Wah.
say it again. Yeah. Wah.
Wah. Friday night, Holy Ghost. Have you jumped in yet?
Oh, no, not yet. Sorry, I'm petting the doggo. She's just too cute.
It's
Can't
easy to get
see
lost
you.
petting the dog. All right, we only have 15 marbles. We had 20 last time. Where'd y'all go? ! Play right now. It's the last race of the night. Let's win some shit. Gonna give it 40 seconds from right now. Click. !
Play to join the race.
Pancake Sauce is the record holder for this because it's fucking hot in here.
It's hot, yeah.
That's why I rolled up my sleeve super quick. This one really starts you out far away from the track, so... All right, we're up to 17. We have 20 seconds left. We're still missing 3 of y'all. Jump in! ! Play. Hashtag just saying. She's such a cute dog.
You are such a cute dog.
10, 9. What? That's not right. 6,
What?
5. Because it said 10 up here, and then I said 9 for the next second, and then it goes from 10 up there to 10 down here.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
All right. We got a Plinko board, and then some bizarre shit. Cool. Let's go and see who gets out of the Plinko board first.
You're such a good dog.
It would be ASB Bunny. Wow, look at the track. It looks like clouds.
Here, I'll give you something to snacky.
All right, so we have 2 deviating tracks. So let's just take a sky view of this. Get it? Because of the track. And it looks like ASB Bunny is leading the way. Robin is going to be in second place technically, but this turn has slowed down ASB Bunny for whatever reason. And it looks like Kayla Ray Reeds is leading on this side of the track. I think Robin is still leading on that side of the track, so...
Snacky?
I'm giving her Nori.
Yeah.
We have a Japanese dog, but you're going to give the German dog Nori. What the hell is down there that people are running into? It's like a little block of cloud that's slowing everyone down. All right. Everyone's making the jump on this side. Looks like Tiny Dancer Nation and Robin are making the jump on that side. It looks like you're going to go into a town and try and navigate through traffic. Although it also looks like an airport. So watch out for the UFO at gate C-17 for anyone who's listened to the most recent episode.
This map is cool.
It is. This map is actually really, really cool. I'm impressed. Kayla Ray Reeds is in first place, although I'm pushing hard for it. Everyone's just sort of rolling out. I wonder what happens after this.
Rolling, rolling, rolling.
And I mean life in general. I wasn't talking about the race. Who am I? Oh, we're all going to get launched.
That's what we should watch. Zoolander.
Zoolander's so funny. Glitch is now in first place. Made the jump better than anyone else. Hopi J was trying to take the lead, and we all got in the way and blocked. Hellgatesman 1985 did not make it. R.I.P. Gonna scroll out.
R.I.P. Yeah, you know me.
Wow. And yeah, there's some zigzagging left to do. It looks like it's gonna be between Glitch and Robin, unless something shocking happens. Glitch got shot backwards. There's like a rebound paddle on this intersection that'll knock you back. Laura Ann is the first person through, and E30G is the second. I think Laura Ann, unless there's another blind obstacle, which there does appear to be. And congratulations, E30G, on your victory. Type in ! merch, go find yourself a sticker. Email storytime@scaryish.com and let us know which one you have chosen. And yeah, there was these ghostly cloud pulsating rods that were popping up and blocking people, and that's exactly what was happening there. Laura Ann comes in second. I'm third, ASB Bunny fourth, I am Beef Trainer fifth, and then you can see the rest. All right, Captain Fake Eye trickles in and is the last marble to finish the race. E30G collects 6 points, Laura Ann 4, and I only collect 3. This is horseshit, I quit. E30G says, I didn't die. You didn't, you won in fact, so don't forget to let us know which you would like. I'm going to go ahead and move us back to the normal screen. You can all see our wonderful corgi one more time before the end of the show. Boo doo 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 doo, boo boo boo.
You're such a good dog, you wee. Oh.
Are you okay, doggo? Yeah. You're such a good doggo.
You're such a good doggo.
Look at how short her arms are. She's so cute. She's like, all right, I'm done with this shit. Get me out of here. All right, and in fact, we are also done with this shit. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. Hit that. All right, so I just want to thank everyone who sent in their emails one more time. We sincerely appreciate you sharing your story with us. Most of these are personal stories, and it does take a lot for you to send it in. I know, like, sometimes you just gotta, actually do it, write it out, send it in, and then you realize, cool, that's done. And then some people procrastinate. I'm totally down with that. I do that a lot, so I totally understand. If you have a story like that, one, please send it in right now. And two, you can send it to storytime@scaryish.com. That is our email address. You can also go to scaryish.com. That is our website, and click on Contact Us, fill out that form. Or if you're more of a social media person, you can hit us up on any of our social medias. Facebook is facebook.com/scaryish-podcast. Twitter, we have @scaryish-pod. And Instagram is @scaryish-podcast. However you are more comfortable doing it, we would love to hear from you. Let us know if we can read your story online, because we would love to do so. Robin, for folks who would like to donate to us, how can they do so?
You can email us at storytime@scaryish.
What? No, this is a donation.
Donation, sorry. I'm too focused on my dog. You can.
Speaking of which, thank you for following dog 917-245-7953, which certainly seems like a phone number.
Sorry. That dog is just so cute. Anyway, I have dog brain.
I hope someone with the name dog popped in randomly to our show and just saw a corgi and someone's eye was like, follow, just in case.
You can go to our Patreon, patreon.com/scaryish-podcast, and those are monthly donations. Tiers start at $1. If you want ad-free episodes, that's where you're going to get them. And it's only $1 to get ad-free. It's great. What do you got to lose, right? And then you can go to ko-fi.com/scaryish-podcast. Those are one-time donations. All your donations go to upgrading our studio setup and kind of keeping us going and giving us extra time to make more stuff for you. We're really trying to work on getting more time to make extra content, because we really do want to make more content for our Patreon and maybe some new vlogs and stuff for YouTube.
We're going over some ideas right now. So
we still have that making of an episode video that we need.
That was pre-pandemic. Yeah, that's how long ago it was. It was Valentine's Day-ish, so it was like starting to kick off.
We also had the Hot Wings episode. It's in the editing phase.
It's still, like in final editing. We just need to put final notes on it and get it posted. So that could come as early as this week.
Yeah. So yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Absolutely. So one more time, we sincerely appreciate literally everyone who watches, listens, supports us, tells a friend, tells a boyfriend, whatever the case may be. It's amazing that folks are actually out there and actually listening, and it means the world to us. It does, and it makes this more and more fun every time we do it. So thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. And I think that's...
and thank you to I Am Beef Trainer and thank you to I Am Beef Trainer and I'm What's for Dinner for sending us wine to drink during our live stream.
Those aren't their actual names, unless they are.
No, it's not.
But we sincerely appreciate any gifts we receive. It's so cool going to this P.O. box and seeing stuff come in or having stuff delivered. It's like, wow, people actually want to send us stuff so we can experience stuff together. This wine's fantastic. Thank you so much. So we're going to finish it off. And to do so, we're going to have to end the episode. So, Robin, go ahead and sign us out.
Keep on creeping on, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye-bye.